It's April the 1st, and I think it's time to talk about one of the darker aspects of the history of the Docklands Light Railway. So, as you probably know, the DLR's trains are driverless, but they have consoles at each end that enable them to be manually driven if the need arises. What used to happen in the 80s was that you'd get kids actually getting into the driver's seat, breaking the console case open with a crowbar, and then taking the trains for joyrides, often with predictably horrifying results. But there were some who took it even further. There was one particular gang who developed an especially unpleasant prank revolving around the fact that the trains were articulated. It required a lot of planning and several gang members. So what they would do is they would get on the train and travel along the line until they spotted a little old lady wanting to get on. Then they'd press the emergency button, and that's when they'd go into action. A bunch of kids would sort of hustle the lady towards the middle of the train where the carriages joined together. They wouldn't be rough about it, just sort of gently jostle her along, much as you would expect on a rush hour train. Then what would happen once she was standing at the join is that two more of the gang would get in at either end, break the consoles open, as described, and then start driving in opposite directions. What would happen then is that the two carriages would come apart, and the unfortunate old lady standing between the coaches would be literally torn in half. It sounds absolutely sick, but that was what this gang considered entertainment. It seems unbelievable today, but this was a serious problem back around 1987. Anyway, they called it biddy ripping.